o áudio, Gabi. É isso, já venho. Segura aí, segura aí.
Oi, amiga. Tá me ouvindo? Maravilha, vamos esperar o bonito. Oi. Isso, o que você vai ter que fazer? Você vai ter que incluir uma captura de tela do seu Discord. E aí, a hora que ele compartilhar até a câmera, você vai ter que cropar ele ali do negócio, entendeu? Isso. Você quer testar comigo aqui? Pra já ficar do tamanho? Vai. Acho que você vai ligar sua câmera lá também ou não? Não sei. Pera aí. É, você vai ficar. Isso. É, que senão vai funcionar. Eu acho que por aqui. Opa! Hey, Doug.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can.
Great. Hang on, let me start. Turn on my camera. Hey, Jazz. How's it
Vai
going?
no. Ok. I'll talk in Portuguese a bit to help her out.
Okay, no worries. I'm gonna figure out my camera because I think it's not working at the moment. Hang on.
Ok. Então, vai no OBS, você vai ter as suas saídas de áudio ali. E aí você clica ali no coisinha de som e fecha.
Danny, do you want to say hello?
Said hello.
To Brazil.
We'll be
She's going live.
live.
We're going live.
Oh
in a minute.
yeah. Brazil.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
One. Yay! I'm gonna speak a little bit of Portuguese just to give people some context, okay?
That's okay.
Let
We're
me
fine
just
with that.
take off the music. Okay. Gente!
Obrigado!
Yay! Gente, eu tô aqui hoje com o Dougie e o Danny, membros do McFly, minha banda favorita da minha vida. Eu tô falando português rapidamente só pra contextualizar vocês e pra dizer que eu tô prestes a infartar. Abracem! Vamos lá. Ok. So, we're ready. So, hello. How are you guys doing
Hi.
today?
Really, really good. We've had an eventful day. Our album came out a week ago, so it charted today in the UK.
Yes!
It went to number 2, just behind AC/DC. So we're happy to lose out to a band like that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
thought not releasing an album in 10 years would have been impactful, but AC/DC came along and they were like, yeah, well, we haven't released one in 25 plus years or whatever. And we were like, okay, you have number 1 spot then.
Yeah.
Yes, and for the past week, it's the only thing I've been listening to be honest.
Aw. Well, AC/DC or us?
You guys.
Okay.
Yes, so the album is amazing. And I'm not saying this just because I'm talking to you. I'm being completely honest. It's one of my favorites, along with Motion in the Ocean, because I have a special place in my heart for Motion in the Ocean and Radioactive. And okay, yeah, that's it. So I would like to hear from you guys what it was like to be together again after all these years and everything that you guys been through. What was that like to just, be together again in the studio, just creating and having fun?
It felt like it's quite a hard question to answer, like, because we've answered that a few times, and I never really feel like I can do the question like justice.
So many different ways to answer it, isn't there?
Yeah, it honestly, it felt like better than awesome. It felt like, oh, this is what we should be doing. Well, like for me personally, I was like, oh, this is what I'm happiest doing. Writing music with these guys, and this album just came about, so it was effortless. We didn't really get stuck or like question it too much. We just made music that we like.
It's awesome that
Yeah,
I think we all get the vibe when we are listening to the album. There's like this, it's very chill and just, I think the word effortless is perfect because I think we can feel that. Yes, nailed it. Yeah, I have, I watched the documentary on Saturday. I cried a lot. And
So did I.
yeah, yeah, I cried a lot, and I feel like it's amazing just to get it out there so people can just find out like what happened from you guys, because it's very bad when people just assume things. It's not nice. So it's good to hear from you, and I think we all learned so much from you. And this album just brings this mental health subject to the table, and it's very important, especially because with the internet, things are getting pretty crazy. People just say whatever they want, and I feel like we all need to talk about mental health. And it's just, but you guys do that in the album in a very I guess it's almost like it's easier to talk about, like through music, and it's nice to listen to songs that we feel like we can relate to, but it's just it's effortless.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's almost like when you have a song that you might have like a melody or something in your head, it's almost easier to use something real,
Yes.
because then at least like it might not make sense to anybody else, but at least to you and the people around you, you're like, oh, that song's about that one particular time in your life. Like, cool. I think it makes it gives the song a bit more life.
Yes, and I mean, I think when you talk about something that you're feeling that is like very truthful, people are gonna relate to that, because we all feel the same feelings in different circumstances. I don't know if that makes sense, but
It does make sense.
yeah, I feel like that's why we can relate just so much to the songs, because I didn't go through the same thing, but I think I know that feeling, and now I can sing it out. That's it. Well, we started a little. Yeah. Okay. Go, Danny. Sorry.
Feelings are okay. It's just how we explain them.
Yeah.
And how we get them off our chest, because as adults we just suppress them and put them to the back of our mind, or
Yes.
in society we don't, if my son Cooper falls over, he cries straight away, he gets back up, he takes a deep breath and gets on with his day.
Yeah.
But as adults, if something goes wrong, we bury it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Yes.
keep it in, and then we go, well, we're at a meal now, or we're out having dinner, it's not the right time to bring it up. We bury it and bury it and bury it, and that's what we do, and that's what we do in the band. We're like, we'll bring it up next time. But I think we're getting better as we're getting to know ourselves and know our emotions as well. And I think our outlet for that is music, and that's why this album is the first time really we've had I've had the songs like Not Alone and Don't Know Whys, and
Yes.
all these kind of ones that have a little dip into that world. But again, like Dougie said, they're just my stories, and they're easier to write.
Yeah. Yes, and I feel like on this album, we can see a lot more from you, Dougie. I feel like there's songs like Growing Up, such a fun song, and it's so like, when I first heard it, I was like, oh my god, this is so Dougie. And Mark Hopp is on the song, and I feel like I had fun for you, because I know you've always loved Blink-182, and I can only imagine what it was like to record with him. And so
that song was for me was like that had magic in it, because there was so much personal excitement. Like I had a seed of an idea that I conceived that seed with Mark from Blink.
Yes.
But then I brought it to the table to the guys, but we couldn't seem to like finish it. And usually if you can't finish a song in the studio, it means that it's gonna get pushed to one side, and maybe we'll do it on the next album or something.
Yes.
And Hoppus came along and finished the song, and it sounded great. He wrote the verses, and it's about how awesome being in a band is, and how like going on tour is like one of the best things you can do, and how you don't have to grow up when you're in a band. Or in life anyway. Like, do we actually ever really grow up, or do we just pretend to grow up?
Yeah. That's actually, yeah. I mean, growing up and growing old are two different things, as you say in the song. So that's perfect. And I feel like this is going to be such a fun song to perform. So I have another question for you guys. Like, which song of the album are you most looking forward to perform? Is there like that one song they're like, oh, this one people are gonna sing along, or maybe that moment? Because I have my answer to this question, but I want to hear from you first.
Growing up, because we made it the perfect. One of the reasons for making it the tempo was because it was the perfect jumping tempo.
Yes.
And I remember when we first started it, putting the kind of first layers down. Dougie actually jumped up and down, and we got the tempo to Dougie jumping. So hopefully that's one that
when we're setting the metronome to like what we should record to, Danny was setting it to me jumping and like boop, 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 boop,
not much we can do.
That's why it's so perfect. I mean, when you listen to the song, it's almost automatic. You want to jump along while listening to it. Yeah. But for me, I'm very excited to. I hope you guys will play this song. I'm almost begging you to, because I'm addicted to it. Not the End is my favorite song of the album.
Yeah.
I feel like
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Not the End. Growing Up, Wild and Young, and maybe Sing or Sing could be good live. This is like a
definitely
light show vibe, but definitely what Wild and Young is going to go off as well.
Yeah, Wild and Young is going to be fun.
Sink or Sing is going to be the crying song, I think. Yeah, it's very emotional. It's very deep.
Yeah, and it's kind of one that we didn't like mess with it too much. It was, I mean, you did actually. You messed with it quite a bit, but it wasn't like it didn't go through many changes. So I kind of forgot that it was on the album until we released it, and people were like saying it's their favorite song and stuff, or that they connect with it. I'm like, oh yeah, we've got this really like deep song on there.
Yes, this song is amazing. But the thing about Not the End is just, I don't know if I'm going a little crazy, but I feel like a little bit of a Christmas vibe to this song.
Yeah, it had the synth.
Yeah, the bells, yeah.
That's Tom. That's Mr. Christmas Tom.
Yeah.
So the only reason why I ended up singing this song was because in the studio, Tom was having an issue with his vocals. Do you remember? And there was certain songs or certain head voice things that he had this really dry kind of like thing going on, and we were concerned because we were like, is it ever going to come back? Luckily, I think he says he's not had a problem with it for a while.
His voice has come back.
Yeah, it's come back. But at the time, he was struggling to get the performance out of it, and I'm like, mate, I have no chance I can sing like that. There was all that. Anyway, so the visual that Jason put in my mind was Pharrell Williams.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, right, let's pretend I'm Pharrell Williams vibing this song, and it came out like that, which works.
It's amazing. It's such a fun song, and that gets me thinking, because just like Tom, I'm also a Christmas freak. I love Christmas. Is there like any chance that maybe one day McFly will have an original Christmas song?
Most years, I mean, like back in the day, we would try most Christmases, or like around autumn or in the summer before we'd try and write a Christmas song. Sometimes those Christmas ideas have turned into actual other like non-Christmas songs, just regular ones.
Okay.
I'm very surprised, seeing as we've got basically Mr. Christmas in our band.
Yeah, but you know what would be awesome is to get Tom to write like an anti-Christmas song, like about
that would be awesome.
About a depressing Christmas day.
That would be nice. I mean, you could challenge him. I'm sure we would end up with a great song either way.
We should challenge him. Let's start a petition. Challenge him to write a depressing Christmas song.
I'm sorry, Tom, if you ever watch this. Okay, so Wild and Young, you said that also it's going to be a great song to perform. And I think this song is like that road trip song. Maybe not Summer Day. Yeah. I love it. And but I'm going to tell you, I have a soft spot in my heart for acoustic version. So is there like any ideas for acoustic version of any of these songs in this album?
Yeah, I think in time, for sure. I think having this McFly Total Access, we've just been hanging out all day here, and
that's where we are right now. We're in we now own a studio. We moved in.
Can we show them?
Yeah, turn
please.
Around.
So this is a McFly studio. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
There it is. That's what we're going to be playing.
This is freaking awesome.
Grand piano over there.
The Hoover. Look,
the Hoover.
we're tidy. We're tidy boys.
We actually were tidying up. We were hoovering a minute ago.
Does it have a name? Because I usually name all of my electronics and stuff.
What, the piano or the
No,
Hoover?
the Hoover.
Henry
Henry
the Hoover.
Henry the Hoover. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you got this studio because of the McFly Total Access project, or you already had it in mind since
What was the question? You asked a good question, and I was going to answer it.
the acoustic thing?
Oh, yeah.
Acoustic
Okay.
thing.
Yes.
Sorry. We digress.
Yeah. So having this place, you know, naturally we're hanging out more. Obviously our lives are busy outside of it, but it feels like we've got somewhere to come to work, and it just feels like everything can happen here. So what I mean by that is that acoustic stuff will probably happen here, and we'll record it, and in time it'll be out there. But you know, acoustic stuff is massive because it just allows you to have the song in its rarest form.
Yes.
And yeah, they're special.
Yeah, I love acoustic version. So there's another question that popped in my mind while I was listening to the album. It's like, which song was the easiest for you guys, and which one was the hardest to finish?
Oh,
Ooh.
we know this.
Well, we know the hardest was Mad About You.
Yeah.
I love this
Because
song.
for me, the bass on it was just so hard to get to lock in, because there's a synth bass playing along
Yeah.
with a real bass, and getting them to like fit in with each other. And then we changed the melody and the verse, and it just wasn't. It was the only one that like listen to and go, that's uncomfortable. So that took a while. Me and Danny finished that in the summer when England was having a heat wave in his studio
Oh, it was hard.
that had no
Yeah.
air conditioning. Just sat there sweating.
The lyrics were hard on that as well.
The lyrics were hard on that. But what was one of the easiest ones?
Happiness was easy.
Happiness came. That was finished really quickly.
What else? Tonight's the night. Was that
Tonight's the night was pretty quick.
Wild and Young was finished.
Wild and Young,
Just
Danny.
bass, bass and drums we did on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happiness.
So a lot of them were like quite effortless.
You said Happiness came pretty easy, and it has like this Brazilian vibe to it.
Yeah.
So,
That's for you guys.
thank you. How did that happen? Like, do you already have in mind, like, I want to do some samba reference, or you heard it and you were like, okay,
That
we
boy
have
asked,
to.
didn't he? He was like,
Yeah.
you guys are big in Brazil, aren't you? Guys, South America, right? And we
Yeah.
were like,
So
"Yeah."
we were working in the studio with this guy called Rat Boy. You should check him out.
Yeah.
He's really, really cool, and he's a lovely, lovely guy. But he was pulling up all kinds of samples and stuff. Like every day, it'd be like, what do you think about this? And he played that intro, and we were like, oh, sweet. Because we were planning on coming to Brazil, like at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, it could be a song that we could play there. It's got that vibe. So we ran with it, and we loved it, especially I think when the pandemic hit and everyone started getting really sad.
Yes.
I think we kind of liked having a song that was, about
Sure.
being happy.
Being
We found
happy.
it really like
A little bit
uplifting.
of positivity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the songs. It's a very different version of McFly, but it's still McFly songs. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's this McFly thing that it's just there in every song. It's just there, and I think that's one of the. Okay.
We do try and like every now and again we're like, all right, okay, let's try and make it sound like something else, like not us. But it always comes out sounding like us.
Mm.
But I think that's a good thing, because it's not like, oh, the songs are always the same thing, because they're not. It's completely different. The experience of listening to a McFly album is just, there are so many references, but still there's something that's very yours, like very McFly-ish, if you can call it that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think this is good. I mean, not a lot of bands have the identity so strong. I don't know if
think
that
that's-
makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
I'm trying to work out what it is, because I think for years, like, we've been trying to work this out. But we try and push the production in a certain way, but the writing is always the same in terms of like the melodies we use. Well, it's hard to explain this, but I think when we start singing it and when we perform it and when it comes from us and our influences, and I think it's every time we always rely on our influences combined, like literally colliding. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes McFly, because our influences are so strong, but we're all willing to compromise a little bit, and we add that little bit of sauce into the, you know, and that's what makes it McFly. Then we sing on it, and then you hear Tom sing on it, and us doing the harmonies, and I think that's what creates the McFly kind of like vibe.
And I guess maybe we're suckers as well for those kind of melodies.
Yeah.
Like it's only those kind of melodies that will get through our like writing gates in our heads that we're like, yeah, I think that's good enough. That can go through.
Yeah, that makes sense. I remember I was watching the other day the documentary in Australia for the Radioactive, the one that you guys talked a little bit about each song, and there's this part about going through the motions that the guys are like, Dougie, you like the fast songs? And you're like, yeah, I like the fast songs. So is there a favorite song to play on this album? The question's for both of you.
Honestly, we haven't had a chance to like play them as a band yet. I think that our songs might change then now we're set up, like soon we'll start playing properly. But to record, my favorite was Wild and Young because of the same reasons as going through the motions, because it was fast. I'm that simple.
Yeah, okay.
I like fast songs.
It's almost like your bass is saying Doug.
Doug.
Do you have a favorite one, Danny? One that you're looking forward to play live?
Well, Wild and Young, but I'll say a different one. I'll say, I'm going to say Head Up.
Yeah. I think this one's going to be nice.
About it, like head up, like.
This is going to sound great, like the crowd screaming at you.
Yeah,
like,
and when Harry comes in, like, na na na.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's pretty cool. For I feel like that's a vibe that McFly hasn't done before. Like, it doesn't ever go like super heavy with the guitars, but the drums are still like
huge,
massive.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For me, it's just not the end. I keep coming back on not the end, but because this song really puts me in a good mood. All the other ones too, but this one, I don't know. Maybe it's the Christmas thing. I don't know.
Party vibe. That's why it feels like it's a party. We all need a good party right now, don't we? Maybe that's why we're all like, it's a very sing-along group chorus that you can sing arm in arm. Everybody's over.
Yes.
Until the night is over and your favorite song. It's a drunk song.
It's a drunk song, and the right end that you guys are just talking, see you on tour and everything. It's just, it feels like we're in the same room.
Yeah. We need to get that as a soundbite, by the way. I'll see you on tour.
Yeah, we want to get a clip of it so that when we're streaming, we can go, see you on tour, see you on tour.
Yeah.
That's great. I have a few questions that my moderator team collected for us from the chat. Is that okay? Okay, so I got one right here. Matt GB. Do you guys have any ideas for the stage design and set list for the tour?
Stage design.
It's a good one.
Well, it was kind of in my head when I did a lot of the artwork ideas in lockdown. So, I mean, I was thinking about live the whole time, and like it became such a thing of because we can't have it right now.
Yeah.
It became even more special, or like something that you just can't quite grab. So I was thinking about it the whole time and just wanted the album to have its own world, so that it's called Young Dumb Thrills. There's the pink bear on the cover, and then inside the album there's all references to other Young Dumb Thrills.
Yeah.
And I'd love to, when we can play live, just have tons of like stupid inflatable stuff.
Yes.
floating around. inflatable bears, inflatable like and big clouds that
That would be awesome.
people were like jumping on and stuff.
Maybe
Yeah.
some cereals just coming from the stage.
Yeah, that would be great. At the end, like instead of doing confetti,
Yeah.
Good job.
will be better for the environment and just fire cereal out.
That would be good. Did you have like a favorite tour design throughout the McFly history? Is there like one that you remember? You're like, oh, that one was nice. The stage was very nice.
Do you know what the best thing we've ever done, and other bands now copy it, is the OMFG zone.
Okay.
That run
Yeah.
along where you have all the fans in the round almost is like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
hard to
remember
like.
that.
Yeah, the way the stage is like laid out like that is really, really cool. So if you're in the middle, you get like a 360 experience. I mean, I've never seen a band. I'd love to go and see a band do that.
yeah.
Yeah, that one is pretty nice. Okay, let me check another question. Okay, how was the experience of releasing an album in the middle of a global pandemic? Mara sent you this question. Yeah,
Wow.
definitely not the worst scenario that we were expecting for 2020.
It was hard work, but honestly, I think for me, it was the one thing to look forward to because like everything else shut down, but we were still able to finish the album in lockdown, and it gave me something to look forward to every day. Like we'd get
Yeah.
mixes of songs back and doing the artwork and I don't know, or like fixing a bass part or something. It was our jobs didn't 100%
Yes.
stop.
Something to focus on, wasn't
It was something to focus on, and still is right now. We're still focused on it now. We're in lockdown again.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like a little bit like we were like waiting for a race to start.
Yeah.
So like you're at the
Yes.
start of a race and you're ready to go, and you're like, "Where's the gun?
Yeah.
Where's he gonna?
Yeah.
When are you gonna pop?"
Oh my god, yeah, I think we all can relate to that. Definitely. Yeah. Are you guys excited to come to Brazil? I mean, I can only imagine that you guys were as disappointed at us as we were when we
Yeah.
when we knew that when we
Oh,
first heard
man.
that the show were canceled.
Oh yeah, this is a cool story. So we'd taken a break from recording to start rehearsing for our Brazilian tour. So we rented out a rehearsal space / studio, which is now the building that we have put all our stuff in. This is right here was where we found out that we
Wow.
couldn't go to Brazil. Our agent rang up and was like, yeah,
Oh.
there's this thing called COVID-19. So it means you
Ugh.
can't fly to Brazil.
Yeah.
But so it's kind of cool that the building's ours.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Like I feel really proud as well that we've got this because it allows us to do shows for you guys as well. Whilst this is happening and whilst the world is a bit crazy and times are changing and all that, we're trying to still adapt and work out how we can
Yeah.
do live shows for you until we can get there. So this is a special, like launching the McFly Total Access today was a special day, you know.
Yes. Yeah, I mean there's so much you can do with a studio of your own. I mean,
Oh, totally.
We
totally.
can't wait to do like a live show for you guys so you can
Yes,
get
please.
involved in it.
Yeah, totally.
We're there like
But I mean, like, we can do loads of them now. Like we can do acoustic versions from here.
yes.
And it's all like 4K, so it'll sound good, it'll look good.
Amazing.
You can play it as loud as you want, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get your friends over, watch the live show, get some drinks.
Please do that so we can do
It's
the like the
closest
drink
thing we
song.
can do. So,
Yeah.
that's the closest thing we can do to being like at a McFly show. So
Yeah. Were there like a special set list for Brazil? I mean, you don't have to give us any spoilers, but was different from the UK tour. The
Yeah,
set list.
there was.
completely different.
There was a completely different set list. That's why we were taking so much time in rehearsals because we wanted to. We hadn't at that point we hadn't been back in 7 years or something. So we were like, right, okay, it was going to be I think it was going to be quite a long set list. It had loads of obscure songs that we'd had requests for and stuff. I guess we can give you one spoiler. We were learning, or we were practicing. Was it broccoli?
What?
We were practicing broccoli or something like that.
Mm.
That was the last one that I think we were going
Please.
through.
Yeah, and why is broccoli not on Spotify? I love this song, and I eat a lot of
don't know.
broccoli. So every time I'm
It's
cooking
not on,
broccoli,
It's not on
it's
Brazilian
not.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but every time I'm cooking broccoli, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put broccoli on. Then I remember, oh, it's not on Spotify, so I just have to listen to anything else. It's weird, but I mean, because Brazil loves broccoli, like the song "Broccoli," and oh my god, okay, I'm really excited for the shows now. I was already, but yeah, okay. Do you guys have time for one more question?
Yeah.
Okay. The CD artwork reminds me of Board of Progress. Did you guys do it on purpose?
The CD artwork reminds.
Maria sent you
really.
this question.
Maybe subconsciously that every song has its own symbol.
We should have done that. Why didn't we do the album cover or the back of the album should have been the progress board?
Yeah. Yeah. Every song has its own little symbol. Oh, I've got a bit of trivia for you. The current CD.
Okay.
If you went to the shops now and you bought the CD, the artwork on that CD is a misprint.
Okay.
It's wrong.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for my album to arrive. I bought it online, and it takes a while.
Send it back and get a different one. No, it's that's what happened. Like, because we were in lockdown, everything was being sent over like through the internet and zip files and everything. And on the like 1,000 zip file, something went missing, and then it went to print, and then we're like, okay. So, but it means we're one of those bands now that has, a really rare CD.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's awesome. So, do you guys want to say something to the Brazilian fans? We are very excited to see you. The album is amazing. So, if you want to say like anything else about the album for the Brazilian fans, this is the time for it.
What do you want to say? Should I give you an effect?
What effect?
Hello. Oi, tudo bem? Te amo. Obrigado.
That was inspiring. Yeah, that was awesome. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Dougie, I hope we can hang out soon. Maybe now we can play other games because I got a new computer. So, yay, we can play Among Us or anything else. Yes.
Great.
Okay, thank you so much. Brazil loves you, and we're waiting for you, and good luck with everything. We're here for you guys, and thank you for being there for us when we needed you. Thank you.
That's really sweet of you. Thank you so much for letting us be on your show.
It was nice to meet
pleasure.
you because this is my first ever. What was this on Twitch?
This is Twitch, yeah.
Sick. This is my first ever Twitch interview. So
Yay.
you took my Twitch virginity.
Yeah, I'll never forget this. It was very special for me. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Take care. Have a nice
Take care.
day.
You too. Bye. Gente. Eu vou surtar rapidinho, eu já venho, só um minuto. Já volto. Voltei. Ai, voltei.
Oh my god. Irmã, I'm really proud. Menina, a mamãe tá com I'm Jessica's mother. I've been listening to you for a
Mentira!
long time.
Mamãe querendo ser notada, é, mãe? Gente, agora eu posso surtar com vocês. What the fuck? O que aconteceu? Mas se tu ainda estiver aí, eu quero dizer que tu tem o meu coração inteiro. Muito, muito, muito obrigada. Muito obrigada.
Coração
Você
nada,
é um
pô.
anjo na terra.
Vou até lá embaixo pegar água.
Eu tô me tremendo, tá? Mas.
Tá se tremendo sem motivo, irmã. Tu foi ótima. Ei, fingiu o costume direitinho.
Fingi o costume direitinho? Meu irmão, eu tirei inglês do meu cu, gente. Sério, não sei nem o que aconteceu. Desculpa aí o palavrão. Mãe, se tu tá assistindo, perdão. Mas é realmente essa... Deixa eu ler o que vocês mandaram aqui no... Eu tô perdidinha, não sei nem o que eu tô falando, Tô perdida. Tá, se tu estiver vendo, meu irmão, esse momento é nosso. Quero mandar um beijo pra minha melhor amiga, Abreu. Não sei nem se tu tá vendo isso, mas eu lembro da gente com 14 anos escutando... Ai, gente, eu vou chorar. Agora veio. Ai, desculpa. Ai. Agora bateu. Eu espero do fundo do meu coração que ele não esteja mais assistindo.
Oh, neném.
Ai, gente, eu vou já ler vocês só um minuto. Ai. Vamos lá. Onde eu tinha parado? Ai. Leandro, obrigada pelo sub. Sou o Gustavo. Menina, você não tem noção da alegria que tá dentro de mim, de todos os lembros de te ver realizando esse sonho international. Não sei fingir costume, foi mal aí. Ai, obrigada, Gustavo. Que barulho foi esse, gente? Ah, é alguma outra coisa aqui. É beats, menina. Toda hora esse beats muda. A Milcar, valeu pelo sub. Muito obrigada. 3 meses de sub na melhor do mundo. Obrigada, gente. Eu não sei se eu perdi mais algum sub. Esses são todos que estão aparecendo pra mim. Vizinha mandou 300 bits. Muito obrigada, Alexandre. Meu Deus, você foi incrível. Se eu estou surtada, imagina você. Se você passou por isso, você consegue qualquer coisa. Sou extremamente orgulhosa de tudo. Tô chorando junto. Obrigada, gente. Obrigada. Muito obrigada, sério. Eu tô... Meu nariz tá escorrendo, tá? Ai, acho que eu já tô me recompondo. Mana, que orgulho de ti. Você merece o mundo. Amamos vocês. Yas, obrigado pelo donate. Obrigada, vida. Na lei eu perdi algum sub. Teve algum sub que eu não falei. Gente, Tamo em 8. Falta 8, é isso, Nalê? Falta 8? Taca sub na lenda. Ai, meu Deus do céu. É a Má falando comigo, gente. A Má é a pessoa que tornou tudo isso possível, que fez a ponte. Má, eu sou eternamente grata. Muito, muito obrigada. Ai, gente, eu vou chorar se eu começar a falar. Ai. Cara, e as pessoas falavam que eu era louca de acreditar nisso, sério. Pau no cu de vocês. Não de vocês. Das pessoas que falaram a vida toda que eu era doida por acreditar nisso. Ai, Leandro, obrigado por ter renovado o sub, Leandro. Gente, é que... Ai, Thaís, eu tô emocionada, irmã.
Oi, mano.
Tu melhor do que ninguém sabe de toda a história.
Cara.
Tu tava lá. Ai, bicho, sério, pra ser mais forte do que isso, só se fosse uma live com o Felipe Dilon. É difícil.
Ele é inscrito no teu canal.
É que eu não sei...
Irmã, tu é amiga do McFly.
Eu não sei o quantos de vocês, tipo, tem isso, sabe? De ser muito fã, de ter aquela coisa que te acompanhou a vida inteira e tudo mais, mas...
Põe a Tatá pra fazer a live e vai se recompor. Irmã, chora, irmã, é de felicidade. Pode chorar, tá tudo bem. Oh, irmã, me abraça. Vem cá.
Desculpa, mano. Eu me babei, perdão. Ai, cara, é só que, tipo... Eu lembro que... Quando... Ai, vamos lá. Eu vou conseguir. Me dá essa merda desses propens aqui que me
Vai conseguir que tu não sou eu quando chora.
Eu lembro que quando eu conheci McFly... Ixi, Maria, fudeu. Eu recebi uma música deles no meu MSN, mano. Demorou, tipo, 2 horas pra chegar ao arquivo. Eu escutei, eu gostei muito. E na época, tipo, era tão... A internet ainda era muito escassa, assim, sabe? E eu lembro que eu tinha um MP3 que cabiam 12 músicas. E no primeiro momento que eu escutei a primeira, eu falei... Cadê o resto? Onde eu acho o resto? E aí eu lotei o meu MP3 com as 12 músicas do McFly. E eu passei, tipo, a vida inteira só ouvindo isso. E imediatamente eu mandei pra minha...
Foi pra fora, irmão. Melhor pra fora do que pra dentro, já diz o ditado.
Ai, eu mandei pra minha melhor amiga. E a gente ficou viciada, sabe? Inclusive, na época eu dizia que eu ia casar com o Dougie. Ô, minha irmã, as volta que a vida dá. Mas, enfim. E aí virou uma coisa meio que nossa, assim, sabe? O nome da minha melhor amiga também é Jéssica, então virou uma coisa nossa. Minha da Queca. E a gente cresceu assim, gente. A gente cresceu ouvindo, acompanhando absolutamente tudo. Eu lembro que eu não tinha CD do McFly em lugar nenhum. E não era em Manaus, tipo, não tinha no Brasil, assim, na época, sabe? Eram pouquíssimos fãs, assim, ainda aqui no Brasil. E eu tinha que escutar constantemente as pessoas me perguntando se era um sanduíche do McDonald's. Eu falava, não é, caralho, é uma banda britânica. Acorda. E eu lembro que o primeiro CD que eu comprei deles, assim, tipo, eu tava viajando e eu achei, era o Just My Luck, é um CD, tipo, de meio que com uma coletânea, sabe? Não era um álbum de estúdio ali, bonitinho e tal. Mas eu escutava aquela porra no meu Discman, que o Discman só faltava sair andando, falando, para, eu não aguento mais trabalhar. E eu, tipo, vai trabalhar, assim. Ai, e quando eles anunciaram que eles vinham pro Brasil em 2008, tu lembra que eu peguei, tipo, folhas A4 e eu fiz a contagem regressiva? Eu peguei 90 folhas e eu botei 90, 89, 88, tá? Eu fiz todo de 90 até 1. Botei na porta do quarto e todo dia quando eu chegava do colégio eu puxava uma pra eu ver quantos dias faltava pra gente ir pro Rio pra assistir o show deles. Então, assim, é muita bagagem, mano. É muita bagagem. É muita bagagem, sério. Cara, todos os momentos da minha vida o McFly tava lá, realmente, assim. Tem música pra quando eu tava triste, tem música pra quando eu tava feliz, tem a música do show, tem a música que eu liguei pra minha mãe, tem tudo, mano. Ai, toma no cu, sério. Ai, mano, isso é muito surreal, gente, sério. Obrigada por estarem aqui comigo nesse momento. E quem estiver fazendo meme pra ir pro subreddit vai pro inferno.
Não vai não, quando sou eu chorando, aí todo mundo faz meme.
Cara, eu tinha tanta coisa pra falar pra Jéssica de 10 anos atrás. Ai, gente, Deixa eu ler vocês aqui, vai. Júlia, sortando demais aqui, que incrível, muito orgulhosa de ti. Cada vez mais conquistas e muitas mais por vir, tenho certeza. Já pode criar um talk show. PS, vamos arranjar o RBD pra você entrevistar também. Até porque agora eles estão na Twitch. Menina, tu já pensaste? Eu não garanto no meu espanhol, não, gente.
Cara, gente, por favor, só peço que me arranje High School Musical. Só isso.
Quando é que a Ashley vai entrar pra Twitch?
Cara,
A gente faz
se
acontecer.
Se ela entrar na Twitch, no dia seguinte eu tô fazendo live todo santo dia. 24 horas. Mentira.
Pegando parceria.
Pegando minha parceria e sei lá, mano.
Sentando no colo da Ashley,
Falando pro fim, não, minha irmã, arranja.
Ai, meu Deus.
Vamos arranjar o Zé pra Thaísa, nossa.
Deixa eu ler, vai, o Brian mandou donate também. O orgulho que eu tô de você sai de mim. No mesmo dia, um story divulgando Sandy e esse bate-papo com o McFly, 2 integrantes. Você merece isso muito mais. Chorei aqui. Meu sonho é o nosso e te ver realizando. É lindo demais. Te amo. Brian, obrigada. Obrigada por estar aqui. Muito obrigada. Leandro, oh meu Deus, eu tô me desidratando aqui também. Você merece todas essas conquistas, Jazz. Você merece tudo de bom na sua vida. Te amo muito. Obrigada, Leandro. Ai, gente, eu vou chorar de novo.
Chora, minha irmã, tá feliz.
Marina, valeu por ter dado sub pra Joy. Joy, esse momento é nosso. Su, Ninha, cadê minhas moderadoras? Gente, obrigada. Muito obrigada. Gabi, obrigada por ter feito a tela. Eu quero mandar um beijo especial, sério, gente, pras minhas amigas. Oh, gente, sério. Ai, minhas amigas que, tipo... Pra Abreu em especial, porque ela tava lá desde o começo, mas todas as minhas outras amigas, Mariana, Bruna, Lígia, todo mundo, mano, todo mundo que a gente foi pro show junto, sabe? E a gente tava lá chorando, falando, ai, caralho, cospe aqui na minha testa, não sei o quê, gritando na plateia lá. A minha amiga quase perdeu o dedo pra tentar pegar a bandeira que o Denis jogou. Então, é muita história, gente, é muita história.
O táxi com 6 meninas dentro.
A gente enfiou, a gente se meteu em 6 num táxi pra ir pro show. É muita história de verdade. A gente puxou gritos de guerra na frente do hotel errado, no Rio de Janeiro. Tudo aconteceu. Então, assim... Tentamos invadir o Copacabana Palace. Enfim, eu quero mandar um beijo especial pra vocês. Keka, Bruna, Mari, Lígia, todo mundo. Obrigada de coração por terem vivido isso comigo. Não sei nem se vocês estão vendo, mas enfim, só queria dizer que amém. Gabi Filters. Você merece, meu amor. E vocês sempre falam pra gente nunca desistir dos nossos sonhos. E olha aí o que aconteceu. Tu vai muito longe ainda. Isso aí foi só o começo. Brilha. Sozinho ninguém vai pra lugar nenhum, gente. Então, de coração, gente. Sério, obrigada. Obrigada, caralho. Obrigada. Joy, teu inglês tá impecável. International! Que lindo estiver sentindo isso. Você é tão especial e merece tanto esse momento. Que venham mais, que seja mais. Você não tem o limite de merecimento. Tô com febre, mas tô aqui porque vale tanto te ver assim. Te amo. Ô, minha irmã, melhora, te cuida. Ei, gente, sério, eu tô...
Extasiada.
Thaís, essa é a palavra. Essa é a palavra, cara. Que porra foi essa, gente? O que aconteceu? Sério. Shout out pra todas as fãs de McFly no Brasil, gente. É isso. É isso, mano. Tabata, obrigada, minha irmã. Depois de tanto tempo, é legal ter alguém com quem dividir esses surtos, assim. E eu e a Tabata, a gente tava surtandinho no WhatsApp. E é isso. Obrigada. Leandro, eu vou ficar desse jeito mesmo se um dia eu conhecer a Rihanna. Imagina? Então. A Bruna tá na live? Nem tu viu isso! Tu tirou print! Ai, gente, pelaristas correndo.
Gravação de tela, se tu quiser.
Você tem gravação de tela?
Só que eu só não sei se vai com áudio, mas a tela
Ai.
tá gravada.
Cara, que momento, gente. Sério, que momento. Que momento. Eu realizei um sonho da minha vida hoje, sem sacanagem. Ai, é isso. Que horas são, hein? Puta, ainda tem meia hora de live. Não sei se eu aguento, mano. Eu tô de um jeito aqui que eu tô na merda. Tô na merda. Você vai brilhar cada vez mais, Bá. Tem muita coisa boa reservada pra ti ainda. Te amo, conquista o mundo. Obrigada, Neia, pra gente. Um beijo. Mano, que massa poder dividir isso com vocês, sério. Ai, gente. Ai, sério. Agora é foda. Aí, pra quem queria começar a fazer um talk show, começa desse jeito, meu irmão. É foda. Ai, gente, sério. É isso. Obrigada. Muito obrigada, mano. Eu não acho que eu não tenho mais assunto por hoje. Eu só preciso processar o que aconteceu. Ai. Bom. Abreu tá na live? Mentira. Keka, tu tá na live. Manda um sinal. Joy do Euro, queria dar os devidos merecimentos a Su, que foi lá puxar a conversa com a Maia um tempinho atrás. Su, tu é foda. Su, você é foda. Muito obrigada. Ma, obrigada. Ai, gente, sério. Hoje vai ser... Cara, eu devia marcar uma sessão extra de terapia, sério. Só pra ficar falando pra minha psicóloga assim, bicho, tu... Ai, como, eu vou ficar 60 minutos chorando. Ai, gente. Bom. Eu acho que eu vou encerrar por aqui, gente. Eu preciso de um momento. Eu espero que eu tenha entretido vocês o suficiente hoje. E é isso. Vou conversar com a galera aqui. Lembrando vocês que hoje, 19 horas, tem vídeo novo, tá? Vídeo sobre o Disney Plus. Então vão lá, assistam, deixa um gostei, aquela história toda. E a gente vai se falando. Obrigado por compreenderem aí que os nossos horários na Twitch vão mudar. E muito, muito, muito obrigada por terem ficado aqui. E por terem surtado junto comigo. Muito obrigada. Leandro, já quero um vídeo pro canal com você reagindo aos memes do subreddit desse momento. Cara, se eu bem conheço o fandom fuleiro que eu tenho, eu já sei que eu tô... Dá pra fazer um vídeo todo só com as minhas caras de choro. Vocês são foda. Enfim. É isso, gente. Obrigada mais uma vez. 1 bilhão de vezes obrigada. A gente vai se falando. Su, esse momento é muito nosso. Eu tenho muito orgulho de ti e poder fazer parte, nem que seja de 1% desse sonho junto comigo. Manda 1%, meu irmão. Até doido, a porcentagem é muito maior. Obrigada por me deixar participar disso tudo. Te ver feliz agora deixou meu coração quentinho. Gente, obrigada. De coração. Até logo. A gente se vê em breve. Um beijo.